Hello everybody, what's going on? Jerome here, and I have for you guys some Chaos Mode gameplay on Modern Warfare 3, and I'm just going to tell you guys, you're going to be seeing a lot of that on ASF in the upcoming weeks, maybe even a little longer than that, mostly because Chaos Mode is probably the most fun I've had on Call of Duty in quite some times, probably since back when I was probably into Black Ops Zombies mode. So since then, this is probably the most fun that I've had on any Call of Duty game in history, so I'm kind of happy about that. But regardless, I want to start a new series here on ASF, which is basically called You Challenge Me, or something along those lines. I might tweak around with the name, because, I mean, that name's pretty stupid. Not gonna lie, I may have created it myself, but I think it's a pretty dumb name. But regardless, I want you guys to challenge me, give me some kind of daily challenge in the comment section below. I'll look through all the comments, see if I find one that's a little bit realistic. It's difficult for me to do, but it's still possible, and I'll try and do my best on it. So not like, oh, try and get like 3 million points doing this. Be like, Jerome, here's the challenge setup. You can only use submachine guns or something like that, or you can only use you know, 1 bullet every minute or something like that, and see how good you can do, and then I'll try and get a really good score myself, and then I'll also, in the middle of it, what I'll do is, I'll allow you guys to post any kind of video response you want, and if you end up beating my score for a week-long period after it, I'll accept it as a video response. So I figured it's a fun series where you guys challenge me, I post my score, and if you guys are able to beat me, then you guys also get to post your score, I guess you could say, in the video response section. I think it's a fun idea, and I hope you guys completely agree with that idea as well. So for the first one I made up myself, it's going to be the knife-only challenge, and basically it's as simple as that. You may only use the knife only on the map Village, and on the map Village, just specifically to that, and you have to try and beat whatever score I can post. Now I'm going to put through 3 plays. You can take as many times as you want. I'm only going to do 3 for this commentary, and then you guys can go from there and try and beat my score. Now if you're wondering just from personal experience, like without recording, my record is about 4 million. The problem was I recorded the gameplay, but my audio didn't record correctly, so I'm kind of just stuck with an audio-less game recording, and I don't really want to commentate over it because I feel like it gets rid of the whole live appeal, and I'm really into that, so I feel like that kind of takes away from it. Now here we go, we're about to lose. No, I almost just lost that one there. That would have been pretty bad, but right here things are about to get a little bit hectic, as you can tell. I'm kind of getting swarmed by everyone. Oh my god, I might have to run through another revive, which should be pretty bad if I had to, but it seems like I don't really have a choice in the matter. Come on, let me get away from all these guys. Let me get away. Oh, the M16's not back yet. Reset the time. That's one thing I've learned, is you can knife the Juggernauts to reset your time, but you don't get any points or anything from it unless by some miracle you kill the Juggernaut. I don't even really know if you can kill a Juggernaut with a knife, but if for some reason you do, then you get the points for it. I'm sure you can. It'll probably just take like 1,000,000 knives, or a lot of knives. Not literally 1,000,000, but, you know, a ton of them anyway. Oh god, come on, grab that. Let's go, get in range. By the looks of it, this might be it for me, so 2 million points for my first run through. Yep, I could not get that knife up there. So 2 million points for my first run through. We're going to keep going, but so far, just for our sake's purposes, 2.15 million. Now you can pick up anything you want from care packages. I really didn't get much of anything except for that sentry turret at the end. That was just because I was pretty bad and didn't kind of organize myself and set myself up in an area where I could have gotten them. But I was inching towards those revives and all those extra points. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. Once again, just on the map Village, beat whatever my top score is by the end of these 3, and also make sure you comment down below saying what you want the next challenge to be, things like that, and I'll get back to that and maybe do one every couple of days, maybe, you know, every half week or so. I'll try and keep up with it as much as possible, and I think it'll be a fun interactive series that you guys can all take part in. So yeah, now mind you guys, I really didn't get much practice in, besides that one recording where I got 4 million, which was really cool. I was happy about that, and I know a lot of people do better than me. I'm not trying to say like I'm impressive or I'm really good or anything like that. I'm just stating my high score, but besides that day that I tried that, I really don't have much experience in knife only on this, and hardly any in chaos mode. I've only played on 2 separate days, so you know, don't expect me to be like the king of this or anything like that. I still don't even know half the time why I get points when I do. Like, for instance, sometimes the counter, like right there, the counter resets itself every once in a while for what appears to be no reason at all. I'm sure there's a reason, but I personally just don't even know it. So I don't know. Maybe if you guys could leave in the comment section and tell me, because every time I ask someone, they don't know as well, and it just kind of leaves unanswered. Now, another thing about this is you can't use the flashbang grenade or any types of grenades for that matter, so you can't use that to try and keep your score going. You have to use the knife only, and you're more than welcome to use the tactical knife like I am. That's perfectly fine. Picking up weapons, once again, anything at all you can pick up, you just can't use it. So if you need to reset your score, feel free to just pick that up and do it. Now, unfortunately, I did just lose my score there, but we are at 2.2 million, which is better than our last score, so at least we're getting somewhere. And plus, we can keep this score going alive because we have we only used, actually, no, we used one of our revives, I should say. And we still have a lot of time left, so we can pull this off and keep the combo going for just about oh, pretty much forever. That's one thing I like about this, is it keeps going so long as you can keep a combo alive, because if there's one thing I hate in video games, it's having a combo ended like early just because of the game's over or something along those lines. I like it better when it lets you fight to the last breath, and you get to get the most action in. So there you guys go. We have 2.37 million. That's the new record to beat. Hopefully this time around I can get around 3 million points knife only, and you guys can beat me. Now, I already know from experience that Mitch is better, and I think he told me he probably already posted a better score than I did knife only, or he's planning on it. I couldn't remember what he said, but even if he does, I guess, I don't know, he's more than welcome to join it, even though, you know, the channel's obviously owned by him, I guess, but he's more than welcome to join it if he so chooses. But the one thing I do like is when you knife the people, it gives you a ×2 bonus, and I know that's because you pick up the dog tags, but it's a little bit better, because when you shoot them, sometimes every once in a while you can't get to the dog tags, anything like that. This is like a surefire way, basically, to get yourself that ×2 bonus. There is one bad part about knifing, though, and that's what I'll say is the dogs. The dogs are a little bit ridiculous for picking them up, and that always pisses me off, because you really, like, you can't get to them. No matter what you do, they always just seem to be just out of reach, or they kind of dodge you a little bit, and it can get pretty damn frustrating, if you ask me. I don't know, some people probably have an easier time than me doing that, especially because I have always notoriously sucked at all Call of Duty games, so regardless, you probably shouldn't judge yourself based off how I do. Now, the 5K crates, a lot of people just leave them on the ground or don't really think they're that important. I'll just give you guys a little tip. Grab those whenever you can, because if you do the math for it, say you have a 100 times multiplier, 100 times 5, you're looking at 5,000 point bonus right there. Now, unfortunately, I did just lose my streak, which sucks, and I have to crawl my way over to this guy hiding behind a rock, or if the dog wants to attack me. I guess I'll crawl to you, dog. Come here, little boy. Come here. Ja! Gosh, in the throat. Alright, so now we have him. We can keep this thing going alive. Oh my god, they just came out of nowhere. That's another problem with getting down, is they all start to surround you, and especially when you're knife only, it's not like you can just like run away and keep your combo going. You have to just instantly lunge at them and go in the middle of the threat. It kind of reminds me of like a superhero or something. You're like, I don't even know what superhero would be dumb enough to do this, but you're kind of like a superhero in a way. Now that right there is a nice little self-revive that I definitely want to get my hands on, so let's grab that. Let's grab this, and I'd also like a freeze time. If freeze time wasn't your friend already when you're just playing normal chaos mode, when you're knifing only, there's probably nothing better in this world than freeze time, because it helps reset your counter pretty much, and you don't have to worry about just running out there blindly. Now, we did just end up losing that one at only 1.7 million. I'm a little disappointed, so I'm going to give it one final go. It'll make this probably about a 10-minute video, but I just want to give this one final go, see if I can break 3 million points. At least it'll make me feel better about me losing the 4 million point commentary. And, yeah, so you don't have to beat the 4 million pointer, you just have to beat this score, but I'm still a little bit sad in the face. If you're wondering what my record is for this, I did a dual one with Mitch yesterday. Me and him both did it combined, and we actually ended up getting 41 million on a level. I think it was this level. I'm not quite sure, but we got 41 million, and it was pretty impressive, I gotta say. At least from as far as I'm concerned, it was impressive for me, and I'm sure Mitch was a little bit excited about that. There's one problem with it, though. We were recording it for ASF, everything was fine. His hogpodge gave out, and we lost the 41 million point footage. The worst part was he got the footage of us doing not badly, but, you know, worse scores before that, like just before it, like I'm talking like 20 million, 10 million, but he lost the very last footage where we got 41 million. I actually thought he was kidding around at first when he told me that. It made me so sad. I was like, no, please. Also, guys, a little bit of a friendly tip. It's just something you have to gauge yourself. I can't tell you what's right and what's wrong in this situation, but definitely think about it before you do. What is it? Knifing the gas canister guys. The explosive guys with the C4 on their back, they're nothing. You can knife them if you want. But just a little bit of a friendly tip, once again, just gauge yourself. Know if you can knife the gas cannon guys, or whatever you want to call them, the gas canister guys. Because when you knife them, you are frozen for an effective about 2 seconds. So, I mean, I know it doesn't seem like much, but when you have a score on the line, or I should say a multiplier on the line that can be easily lost, that's going to become probably your worst enemies, those gas canister guys, because they leave you with no choice sometimes, running up right next to you. So, I don't know, if you can get away from them, get away from them. Otherwise, just knife them and make sure that there are enemies around when you do, so just kind of time yourself. That's probably the best hint I can give for that. But by no means am I a knife expert. In fact, I hear there's someone already online. I'm not sure who it was. It's another commentator, though, apparently. They got something ridiculous, like I think it was 20-something million knifing only, which, to me, I can't even really comprehend. Oh god, grab those dog tags, grab those dog tags! No, we couldn't get the dog tags, and I thought we were going to have a good one there. Well, anyway, guys, it looks like our top score is, I think, 2.7 million. If you can beat my top score within the next week, post it as video response. I'll accept the video response. I'll make sure that you actually got it for real. It has to be in video format. And, then I guess you can consider yourself a contest winner. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and stay tuned for more content in the future. Good night, everyone.